community member, like a grandpa who's like excited about the project.
Got it, okay.
Good morning, everyone. Can everybody hear me? Yes. All right. Thank you all for being here. My name is James Ahn. I'm a board member here at the Korean American Federation of Los Angeles. It's nice to have you all here. In light of what's been going on for the last few months in the world, it's nice to finally be able to deliver some positive news. As most of you know, if those of you who commute to Koreatown or out of Koreatown, there's a large new development on in Koreatown on 6th Street in Vermont. It will be the site of our new LA County Mental Health Building. Yeah, deserve a round of applause. Through the efforts of Supervisor Mr. Mark Ridley Thomas, who's sitting in the front row here, whose district also includes Koreatown, Korean American artist was selected to contribute her artwork to the building, and we are excited to have her here all the way from New York. Another round of applause, sure. But before we get to meet her, I have the pleasure of introducing our first speaker. This is Dr. Laura Jun, President of the Korean American Federation of Los Angeles, for opening remarks. Big round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so delighted to have all of you here. My name is Laura Jun, and President of Korean American Federation of Los Angeles. On behalf of KAFLA and the Korean American community, I'm very pleased to welcome you to celebrate internationally renowned, award-winning artist Suzy Taekyung Kim and the County of Los Angeles on their innovative public art collaboration for its new building coming to Koreatown. I would like to give special thanks to Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas and the LA County Department of Arts and Culture for commissioning Ms. Kim's Canopy of Blooms civic art project. Our congratulations go to Ms. Suzy Taekyung Kim. We are proud and thrilled to see Ms. Kim's stunning artwork displayed in the grand lobby of the Vermont Corridor building. Her Canopy of Blooms aptly evokes hope and healing while reflecting Koreatown's unique identity. I would also like to thank the Departments of Mental Health and Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services for bringing mental health and other much-needed services to our community. Thank you, and now I would like to introduce Greg Amis, Managing Director for Trammell Crow Company.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Chung, and thank you so much to the Korean American Federation for hosting us here today. I'm obviously the least important of the speakers, so I will be brief in my remarks. My name is Greg Ames. I'm a managing director with Trammell Crow Company, and we have the proud honor to be the developer in partnership with the county for the delivery of the new county mental health building that we're calling the Vermont Corridor Project. On behalf of Trammell Crow Company, Hathaway Dinwiddie, our general contractor, Gensler, the design team, and all the laborers of the Building Trade Council who are working diligently on a daily basis to deliver this vision, we would like to congratulate Suzy Taekyung Kim on today's selection and the announcement that's following here. This project represents a $300 million investment by the county in this community. It is that's right, that's worthy of applause right there. And the county worked incredibly hard to ensure that the architectural of the vision of the project was going to be incredibly significant and truly celebrated the gateway location of this community, and that it was properly recognized as the most beautiful building in LA County that's going to be delivered right here in Koreatown. And so, as you'll hear shortly from Dr. Sharon, the project is going to house the Department of Mental Health and the Department of Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services that, as you know, provide critical care to the county and the community, and are one of the first fronts on the battle against homelessness, which we all know Supervisor Ridley Thomas fights incredibly hard for this community and for the county to address. He leads that charge. We would like to thank county staff, in particular for today, both for managing the selection process and realizing the proper outcome and the choice of the best possible artist for this project. But we would also like to thank county staff, specifically the 2nd District, that has worked diligently and tirelessly in order to manage this project, to deliver on a timeline that no one thought was actually quite possible to achieve. In less than 2 years from selection, we were under construction, and the project is ahead of schedule and under budget, and looking forward to delivering in the summer of 2021. And that is a fantastic accomplishment by the county, and it represents the power of public-private partnerships when we work together to solve the county's problems. So we would also like to take this moment to clearly thank Supervisor Ridley Thomas. It was his vision to do this project in this location, to reinvigorate the development of Koreatown, and to do it with a project that was not only, again, of the highest possible quality, but also in a way that represented and reflected the cultural values of this community, and nothing reflects that better than today's announcement and the selection of our artist and the art installation. So thank you, Supervisor, and congratulations to everyone. This is a moment for all of us to enjoy and celebrate. So with that, I would like to introduce Dr. Jonathan Sharon, who's the Director of the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health.
Good job, man.
Hey folks, great to be here. What an honor to be at an inspiring, really important event celebrating a massive asset being introduced to the community. And gee, big surprise, I'm looking at my boss, Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas. Because this happens a lot. And the reason that it happens a lot is that we have an unparalleled leader and individual who gets stuff done. So I thank you, sir, very much. I want to thank you. I also want to thank all the departments that have been involved. And I really, really want to thank the CEO and CEO Real Estate for doing so much, moving this whole project along. And obviously Trammell Crow. I mean, my window of my office looks out into this new thing, which is emerging at a clip that I can't even believe. And I do send texts to people to let them know about the progress. Thank you. Thank everybody. Creative expression and healing really are in many ways one and the same and inextricable. And you know, the idea that we can have this type of art and this type of an environment for the county is really, it's very special. And Susie, I want to welcome you as a part of the family and to just celebrate your work. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some examples. You know, along with the headquarters, we will have a clinic. That's right, folks, a mental health clinic in this community. It will also have a peer resource center. And it will have peer enterprise. So people who had lived experience are going to be a part of this building, and everything about the work that we do will be informed by our community and by our clients. It's a massive community asset. And what I will say is that it's collective efforts like this one that make the change and that will move us forward. Because what we like to say at the Department of Mental Health is that none of us is well until all of us is well. Thank you very, very much. And I would like to next introduce Kristen Sakota, the Director for the Los Angeles County Department of Arts and Culture. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, Dr. Sharon. And of course, I want to give a huge thank you to Supervisor Ridley Thomas, not only for bringing us all here today to celebrate the arts, but for your leadership and advocacy for the arts. And it is because of that leadership and advocacy that I am able to say that I'm here on behalf of the Los Angeles County Department of Arts and Culture, serving the entire county with arts, culture, and creativity. There you go. So one of the ways that we do that is through civic art. And in that we provide stewardship and care for the county civic art collection. But we also have the opportunity to commission new work and commission new public projects just like the one we're talking about today. So through the Civic Art Division, we integrate art and design for the development of high quality, engaging civic spaces that support great county services and allow for greater civic engagement in our spaces. Now, the project itself and its beauty and its accessibility and usability is so important, but so is the process. And that's why we're excited to be partnering with Susie. Susie is an artist focused on how art positively impacts people in their lives. Her Koreatown project, Canopy of Blooms, which you're going to hear more about later today, celebrates hope and healing and is so appropriate for the new headquarters for the Los Angeles County Departments of Mental Health and Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services. But it also reflects the identity, the images, the passion and traditions and of the community of Koreatown. And so we are so excited to see the ways that Susie plans on facilitating the local community here in the engagement as she develops the work. I'll just say, as the largest and most diverse county in the United States, I believe diversity is really, truly one of our greatest assets. And so we strive to have that reflected in the art in all of our projects, and I think we've done that here today. So this is a key pillar of the work, and I want to just again acknowledge the 2nd District and Supervisor Mark Ridley Thomas as a key advocate for not only our department, but for full diversity and community representation in all of the art and culture that we bring forward for this county. I want to thank Dr. Sharon and the Department of Mental Health, as well as the Workforce Development, Aging, and Community Services Department. I want to thank CEO, always a partner with us on the capital projects that we manage and county collaboration, and of course the developers that we work with at Trammell Crow. I also, of course, want to acknowledge the staff of the LA County Department of Arts and Culture, and notably here today is our Director of Civic Art, Grace Ramirez Gaston. Can you please just be acknowledged real quick? And Carol Anders. Thank you. This team works on anything from 70 to 100 projects at a time, so bringing them forward with care for each one is so special. And now, part of what we've all been waiting for, I would like to introduce to you the artist, Susie Taekyung Kim. Please join me in welcoming her to the stage.
Thank you, Kristen. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to make this artwork for Vermont Corridor Building. I'm going to get my clicker.
Okay.
So I prepared a description and a little bit about my artwork for Vermont Corridor Building, which you can refer some of the slides on both of the screens. I grew up in Seoul, South Korea, attending specialized art high school before moving to Canada when I was 16 years old. And after my bachelor's degree in fine arts and art education, I moved to New York City for my master's degree in art education. Because of my identity as 1.5 generation Korean immigrant, I was always gravitated the stories of Korean immigrants and especially Koreatown. And to me, these early 1900s pictures demonstrate the rich culture history of Korean immigrants in Koreatown, which is really characterized by resilience and grit. One of the picture on the right corner, it's taken on South Vermont and Wilshire Avenue during 1910 to 25. In the upper left, I used Korean rice paper, hanji, which is inscribed with Korean language, Hangul. So I want to take the spirit of these people and honor them by placing Korean Hangul language as a backdrop of my painting. So what I envision for this space is called Canopy of Blooms. Canopy of Blooms is a multi-layered painting that celebrates hope and healing. The location of the painting is horizontal space, which is uniquely suited for a Canopy of Blooms, and it is the visual narrative that to be read from left and right and back again. In choosing these wildflowers, these are my inspirations for my painting, which are indigenous to LA and also Koreatown. And Koreatown is all about resilience and grit. And these wildflowers were found in forgotten areas and small plots of land that not many people take notice of. But I found beauty and resilience in them. And I want to take these fragile moments and put them into monumental size and really celebrate this moment. And just like Koreatown, these wildflowers have this unique qualities of blooming and thriving. After gathering all these raw materials, I made collage and to see some compositions. And I start the painting by developing this cascading waterfall background. And to me, it's very meditative and therapeutic step. And so there is a gradual color change from green, yellow, blue, and back to green. And it's really mirroring changing of all seasons. I insert infinity loop of shadows of wildflowers, and it is about capturing this light and darkness at the same time. And I am trying to celebrate this multi-generational vibrancy of all people through this infinity loop. It is my sincere intent to create hopeful, healing, and heavenly space through that provides uplifting visual interaction. And aside from my painting, I'm going to plan to deliver this art workshop at Pure Resource Center and under the title Unfolding Our Layers. And it really directly reflects my painting process involving therapeutic gestures and mark makings. And thank you so much. And now I want to take turn over to LA County Supervisor in 2nd District, Mark Ridley Thomas.
Why don't we give Susie another big round of applause? I think I said a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be mad. Come on, celebrate. Not patty cake, celebrate, that was very special. She said hope and healing, didn't she not?
Yes, she did.
And so I think we all can use a lot of that. I want to say thank you to Dr. Laura Jung, the president, and James Ahn, the chairman, and James Ahn, the board member, and Jeff Lee, the executive director. We're here at the Korean American Federation of Los Angeles. Give them a shout out and a round of applause, won't you? Delighted to be here, proud to be here. Nothing necessarily comes easy. Often said, but Ridley Thomas, you make it look easy. But it ain't easy. I'm here to tell you, it takes work, but it's all worth it when you can celebrate Canopy of Bloom. Just kind of calms the spirit. I'm getting ready to replace Dr. Sharon as the head psychiatrist for the County of Los Angeles. I'll calm everybody down right now. This is group therapy now, everybody. I'm here for you. So, a lot to be said. The first thing I want to say is this. Susie, it's time for you to leave New York and come to Los Angeles. Over and out. We want you here. We will not take no for an answer. This is a prediction. Susie Kim is going to soon become a resident of the city and county of Los Angeles. Everyone in agreement with that, say yes. Now that we've gotten that important piece of business out of the way, we can move on with the balance of my remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be lunch served in about 5 or so minutes, and we hope that you will join us in partaking, which means I need to move briskly through these remarks. For those who are here representing county departments, we thank you for doing so. And I'm going to ask those respective departments just to stand up for a moment, and we want to see the CEO, we want to see HR, and we want to see WEDAX, we want to see tax collector, we want to see recreation and parks. Give them a round of, these are county department heads, and all of them, mental health, and they kind of roll together, you know, and they do extraordinary work. It was not simple. I was telling Dr. Jong, it was not simple to get Jong Ho this project to be in Koreatown, the headquarters. It wasn't. And this predates Dr. Sharon, predates Kristen Sakota, who's also from New York, so tell her we can get from New York what we wish and handle the business. You have a little consultation with Susie, please. And the point that I want to make, it predates Trammell Crow, and I want to see, where's Brad? Is Brad still here? Did he split? Brad, take a bow. Stand up, take a bow. Leader on the Trammell Crow, Brad Cox. Thank you for all that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, the deal was this, and I think it's important to document here and now. I came to the Board of Supervisors in 2008. And it is the case that 6th Vermont had very, very substandard working conditions for our employees. And for me, it was a matter of pride. It was a matter of purpose. It was a matter of affirmation, George, for the men and women who worked in those buildings. The clients, the customers, the constituents who had to come in and didn't speak well, I want to be very honest with you, for the county of Los Angeles that boasts of a multi-billion-dollar budget. So I went to work and said, not in the 2nd District, not on my watch. And we set about the task, and some of the buildings were yellow tagged, one was even red tagged, if my memory serves me correctly. And I won't take you through all the details of what was happening there, but one of the plans was to take all those departments and move them to the city of Downey, and effectively to leave what we describe as Koreatown, that portion of Koreatown, without a plan. Without a plan for what would happen. For me, this was a matter of revitalization, a matter of investment, and a matter of making a statement that when you take something out, you have to put something in so that something good can happen in that space. So this was a matter of equity. This was a matter of fairness. This is a matter of justice. Not just simply land use and social services, it's that but more. And what will happen here is an investment that will bring life to jobs, bring life to entrepreneurship, revitalize the cultural index of this portion of Los Angeles, and give a big shot in the arm for Koreatown and the arts and all of what that means. I think that's worthy of acknowledgement and celebration. Didn't know it would be this good, but it is. So I'm going to take it all in. Didn't know we would get Trammell Crow to work through it. We didn't know that mental health and WEDAX would be in the building as they are. We didn't know that we would be able to attract Susie Kim, but we have, and it is a good thing. I want to thank all the members of the 2nd District team who stepped up and participated in this effort on the arts front and on the mental health front in particular. Shout out to Dakshika Rakrima, who kept me on point in this. Give Dakshika a big round of applause. She's small but mighty. She got in there and handled the business and said, in effect, Susie Kim will be the artists of choice, and look at where we are today. We thank you for your persistence and your insight. The theme of Susie's previous artistic works has made her a great fit for a project that seeks to revitalize this community. It's as if she were paying attention to what I was thinking almost a decade ago. This is about revitalization, economic and cultural. And this work of art will, as you might imagine, foster a certain level of synergy intended by the co-location of the various services and the administrative offices. And when we think about civic arts, we think about the arts deputy for the 2nd District and the one and only Randy Tahara. Randy, where are you? Where are you? Stop hiding, Randy. Don't hide. That's Randy. Randy's been with the county how many years now?
24 years.
24 years. Give her a round of applause. And half of that time has been with me, and she's no worse for the wear, but that's another discussion altogether. And so the canopy of blooms will help reinforce this space as a facility, as innovative, inspiring, and forward-looking as are the employees that will inhabit it. We're grateful for your being here today. We're grateful that we can make this investment. The county is a mighty force for good. We're doing important things along the lines of transportation links in Koreatown. This beautiful office space, there'll be a recreational facility, the YMCA, there'll be the Vermont Corridor apartments for seniors. All of that's happening as a result of this effort. This is important. This is what the public sector, joining forces with the private sector, can and should do. This is what it means to lift up communities and cause them to be a part of the fabric of Los Angeles. Its asset is diversity. And today we celebrate diversity, we celebrate inclusion, we celebrate progress. That is why we're here with just a little bit of hope and healing. Thank you very kindly and enjoy your lunch.
We're going to do a group photo right here.
John, Greg, Kristen, Susan.
Yes.
Susie?
And come as close as possible. Let's turn off that screen so that we don't have Wonderful. Let's just wait for him to congratulate.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All eyes up here, please. First, this camera. One more. There we go. And let's get everyone else. But I'm not going to get up. And we were going to include one of the paintings. Can we bring the... That's the one.
All right, James, don't tear it up.
Yeah, very careful.
It's one piece, right?
Is it one piece?
Yeah, I taped them at the back.
Oh, okay. Let's be just...
And let's bring it right in the center. Why don't you, yes. Come a little tighter, please. Thank you.
Okay.
No, you're fine. And all eyes, this camera first, thank you.
I told you all I could draw.
And can we tilt it a little bit facing down? Yes, a little bit more facing down. There, so we get rid of the reflection, thank you. A little bit more tilted, thank you. Everyone got it?
You done?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Would you squeeze in a little bit more? Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Here we go. 1, 2. One more time. 1, 2. Thank you.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else?
Thank you.
Sure, one more.
One
Excuse me, sorry.
Here, I'll get out of here.
Maybe in the front taking photos.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
She's don't treat you like this until you
One good reason for her to move to LA, yes.
This is Star Trek.
I don't get that anymore.
This is Star Trek, but it's all sad. Sure.
I'm Ray.
Hey, Ray. Good to see you.
I wanted to do a photo with the department head, sir.
Okay, but come on, let's get this one right.
Let's get this one.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
And right here, please. Thank you. May I have everyone come down?
Yes, I am. Extremely nervous. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you. It will be beautiful. Department heads, please.
Department heads,
Department heads, please, quickly.
My name is
Excuse me, I'm going to take these.
We're going to do a quick shot with department heads. Can I have everybody step back?
Hey, how are you?
Step back. And one row.
John.
Let's have you switch so I can have all.
John, you're on the corner there.
Step back, please. And I want everyone as tight as possible. Let's come in closer, please. Beautiful. All eyes up here, please.
She's making it again, so let's do something again.
Last one. Here we go. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, good.
Your work. Nice to meet you.
He's so good though, right? Are you?
Just let me know. No, I'm just bring them I know that's part of the vision. I'd like to volunteer. It's part of our vision. Right across the street, so to be able to have the schools understand. That's right. It's just for jobs. All of the 80 I can definitely recommend different schools that are nearby.
Yeah, I met actually one from
Good. Okay, good. Yes, that would be great because I think that's a great idea.
School right across the street.
Right.
Love to understand the history and understand the context.
Yes, and even make some of their own work.
네, 이 작품 당선이 됐을 때 이제 전화를 해주셨어요. 근데 캐롤라인 매니저인데 캐롤라인 널스가 이제 저한테 얘기를 했는데 정말 너무 기뻐서 눈물이 날 정도로, 왜냐하면 이 공공아트 자체는 되게 사회적으로도 그렇고 여러 레벨에서 굉장히 중요한 역할을 하고 있는 작품이잖아요. 그럼 보통 저는 작가로서 작은 스튜디오 안에서 작은 작품을 가지고 작은 스페이스에서 이렇게 많이 작품을 하는데, 이렇게 계속 하던 작품을 굉장히 크게 만들어서 여러 많은 사람들한테 알릴 수 있고 또 그 사람들에게 기쁨을 나눌 수 있다는 것 자체가 저한테는 정말 너무 감사하고 기쁜 그런 영광스러운 그런 작품입니다.
제목을 캐노피 오브 블룸이라고 짓게 된 어떤 제목이 그렇게 나오게 된 이유가 있나요?
이제 제가 이 작품 제목을 생각하면서 그리고 캐노피 오브 블루를 생각한 이유는 이제 건물 자체가 굉장히 큰 로비를 갖고 있어요. 그래서 그 로비 안에서 이제 작품이 올라갈 그 작품 벽이 윗벽인 거예요. 그래서 그 윗벽이 주는 그런 역할이 캐노피처럼 이렇게 막아주는 거잖아요. 그래서 그런 아름다운 들꽃으로, 근데 들꽃도 아무 들꽃이 아니라 LA에서 나오는 들꽃, 그리고 제가 코리아타운을 지나다니면서 찾은 들꽃들로 이렇게 캐노피를 만들고 싶어서 그렇게 제목을 짓게 되었습니다.
여기 전시된 그림들은 그 전에 이렇게 전시했던 그 작품들을 가져온 건가요? 여기 여러 가지가 있는데.
네. 그래서 제가 여태까지 항상 몇 년 동안 계속 하고 있었던 그런 작품 시리즈가 있는데 모닝 멜로디라고 해요. 그래서 모닝 멜로디 시리즈 안에서 제가 자연을 통해서 항상 사색하면서 영감을 받았던 그런 작품들을 계속 모아가면서 이렇게 작품을 계속 했었는데요. 특히 이 작품 같은 경우는 이 작품과 굉장히 유사한 작품은 이제 뉴욕의 코리아타운에 위치해 있는 뱅크 오브 홉, 거기에서 어떤 워킹 아트 앤 워크 그 일환으로 또 제가 작품 전시를 한번 했었어요. 근데 그때도 그렇고 이제 계속 만들어놨던 작품들이 있었는데 그 작품들 자체도 항상 제가 LA나 뭐 캘리포니아나 아니면 다른 주를 여행 다니면서 이렇게 모아놨던 그런 사진들 그리고 스케치들 그거를 다 통합해서 만들게 되었거든요. 그래서 이 작품 자체도 이제 제가 특히 코리아타운도 많이 와보기도 하고 또 캘리포니아 안에서 있었던 그런 꽃들 그런 것들이 저한테 항상 영감을 많이 주었더라고요. 그리고 옛날 사진도 이렇게 보면 저도 모르게 계속 코너에서 이렇게 사진 찍고 있었어요. 그래서 그 사진들도 다 꺼내서 함께 이렇게 만들려고 이제 준비하고 있습니다.
레이어가 굉장히 많은데 한 몇 개 정도를 예상하세요?
레이어기요?
네, 레이어.
레이어.
레이어가.
레이어가 굉장히 많을 거예요. 처음 왜냐하면 제 작품 자체가 제가 이렇게 메디테이트 하는 것처럼 굉장히 천천히 한 레이어 이렇게 올리는 게 제 백그라운드거든요. 그래서 백그라운드에만 한 30 정도의 레이어가 들어가고요. 근데 그 자체는 이제 되게 얇게 되게 뜬니 다일루된 그런 아크릴 물감으로 이제 큰 붓을 잡고 하나씩 이렇게 올려가게 되는 거예요. 그래서 거기에는 전체적으로 봤을 때는 그린이나 녹색이나 파란색, 노란색 이런 색들이 중점적으로 나오지만 직접 이제 진짜 그림을 봤을 때는 안에서 노란색도 발견할 수 있고 핑크색도 발견할 수 있고 정말 많은 색깔들이 이렇게 조화롭게 나올 수 있게 하는 게 제 목적이거든요. 그래서 아마 다 전체적으로 레이어를 올리고 나면 한 70 레이어나 한 80 레이어 되지 않을까 싶어요. 근데 굉장히 얇은 레이어여서 이렇게 처음에 딱 봤을 때는 많이 이렇게 보이지는 않을 것 같아요. 근데 전체적으로 보다가 가끔씩 이렇게 좀 더 가까이 보고 또 다른 라이트 세팅에서 보면 다른 레이어들이 계속 나와요. 그래서 또 다른 재료도 쓰는 이유 중에 하나이고.
작품은 언제쯤 시작하실 예정이세요? 그래서 언제 끝나실 건지 좀 설명해 주세요.
스케치는 벌써 이제 많이 시작했고요. 이제 디지털 작업도 할 거고 그리고 큰 작업이니까 대형 작업이니까 이제 패널을 만들어야 돼요. 나무 패널을. 그래서 그 나무 패널 작업만으로도 좀 시간이 걸릴 것 같아요. 한 몇 달 정도. 그래서 정말 페인팅을 시작하는 거는 아마 6월이나 7월이 되지 않을까 싶어요.
다인종이 함께 사는 미국에서 한인들도 많이 있는 이 코리아타운의 작품을 전시하게 되셨는데 어떤 의미인가요?
저한테는 정말 너무 가슴 뭉클한 그런 일이고요. 정말 왜냐하면 저 자체도 한국에서 자랐는데 캐나다에 중간에 이민 가고 그러고 이민 가서도 굉장히 힘든 시간이 많았었거든요. 처음에는 언어적으로 굉장히 힘들었고 또 문화적으로도 굉장히 힘들었는데 한인으로서 제가 뭔가 한국 글씨를 그림에 정말 넣어서 크게 만들 수 있다는 거는 그리고 많은 사람들한테 알릴 수 있다는 거는 정말 되게 감격스러운 일인 것 같아요. 저 자체한테도 그렇고 되게 다른 그 작품을 볼 수 있는 사람들에게도 되게 어떤 한국의 자부심 그런 긍지도 함께 담아줄 수 있다고 그렇게 생각 들어요.
또 알리고 싶은 그런 마음이 있으셨나요?
네, 항상 알리고 싶었죠.
그러면 혹시 이제 예술을 꿈꾸는 여기 있는 한인 학생들한테 어떤 말씀을 해주고 싶으세요?
학생들한테 힘들지만 앞이 좀 막막하게 보이지만 순수 미술도 계속 하다 보면 이렇게 좋은 기회들이 많고 또 특히 이런 공공아트 같은 기회는 저도 이제 결혼을 하고 나중에 돼서 알게 된 그런 부분인데 공공아트는 정말 너무 좋은 사회에서 정말 좋은 역할을 하고 있는 것 같아요. 그래서 순수 아트 하는 그런 학생들도 이런 쪽으로도 좀 더 오픈업할 수 있는 그럴 수 있으면 좋겠어요. 네.
작품들이 되게 꽃들과 이렇게 그런 게 연관성이 많이 있거든요. 뭐 어떤 다른 그 장르적인 것은 생각한 적은 없어요?
제가 항상 꽃만 그리는 거는 아니고요. 근데 이제 많이 요즘 들어서 더 많이 포커스를 한 게 이제 자연이랑 이런 꽃들인데 그 이유는 우선 제가 항상 피어나고 싶어하는 그러니까 정말 이제 들꽃이랑 항상 제가 비교를 해요. 제 삶도 그렇고 또 이민자의 삶도 그렇고 제가 여태까지 살아온 그 캐나다 안에서 살아왔던 거, 뉴욕에 살아왔던 그런 삶들을 보면 힘든 일들이 중간중간 많잖아요. 근데 그것을 제일 잘 표현해 줄 수 있는 게 자연이라고 저는 생각 들어요. 그래서 물론 뉴욕이 되게 막 건물이 꽉꽉 차 있고 그런 곳이지만 제가 진짜 계속 매일매일 관찰하는 거는 정말 아무도 노리스하지 않는 그런 코너들이거든요. 근데 그 코너에서 정말 놀랍게도 생명들이 정말 올라오고 있어요. 그래서 그런 생명들이 작은 생명들, 모먼트들을 다 모아서 크게 만들었을 때는 진짜 너무 놀라운 그런 큰 영향을 미치잖아요. 그래서 자연을 더 많이 하게 됐어요.
앞으로 계획은 어떻게 이거 외에 또 뭐 다른 프로젝트가 있습니까?
개인적으로 작업실에서 이제 진행되고 있는 작은 프로젝트들은 있어요. 근데 제가 전시도 몇 개 했었는데 전시보다 요즘은 좀 더 커미션 베이스로 어떤 이렇게 정해진 장소 거기에 맞춰서 많이 작품을 만들어내고 있어요. 그래서 그때 그 작품들은 다 이제 가족들이나 아니면 어떤 이렇게 건물에서 이제 그 주제에 맞춰가지고 많이 좀 작업을 하고 있어요. 그래서 그걸 병행하고 있는.
앞으로 잘 되시길 바라겠습니다.
감사합니다.
지금 언제쯤 한인들한테 보여줄 수 있을 그 타임이 나와 있나요?
아마 작품 완공은 한 내년 6월 그 정도로 예상하고 있고요. 네. 근데 중간중간에 이제 작품을 하면서 커뮤니티에 많이 쉐어도 과정도 이제 저는 과정 쉐어하는 것도 되게 뜻깊다고 생각하거든요. 그래서 그 과정도 함께 쉐어하면서 작품을 만들어 나갈 예정이에요.
뉴욕은 언제쯤 돌아가세요?
뉴욕 오늘 밤에요. 네, 잠깐 인터뷰랑 이 컨퍼런스 해주셔서 너무 감사하게도 이렇게 크게 열어주셨고 오게 돼서 잠깐 왔다가 이제 뉴욕에 가족이 있으니까 아직 어린 아들이 있거든요. 그래서 아들을 만나고 남편도 이제 그동안 싱글 데드로 열심히 나이를 pus했으니까 이제 가서 가정 생활도 해야겠네요.
알겠습니다. 사진 한 장 찍을게요.
네.
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
이게 몇 사람 저기 나와가지고
이걸 가려요?
아니요 가리지 마시고 찍게요. 하나 둘 셋. 하나 둘 셋.
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다. 만나면 너무 반가워요.
네, 포토샵도 해주시다. 네.
Great piece. Great.
먼저 간단하게 작품에 관해서 좀 설명을 부탁드릴게요.
네, 작품은 이제 벌몬트 코리도어 빌딩의 러비에 크게 들어가는 작품이고요. 그리고 제목은 Canopy of Bloom. 그래서 제가 작품을 만들 때 자연을 사색하면서 들꽃과 특히 들꽃 중에서도 LA나 특히 LA 안에서 코리아타운에서 발견할 수 있었던 그런 들꽃을 주제로 이제 작품을 만들었고요. 그리고 제일 처음 레이어는 바탕에 제가 한글을 이용을 해서 조금씩 이렇게 다큐멘터리를 넣을 거예요. 그래서 이렇게 다 완성을 됐을 때 위에 들꽃이 이렇게 피어나지만 그 뒤에 정말 배경은 저희 한국의 그런 정신, 네, 그 정신을 저는 Resilience and Grit이라고 하는데 되게 강인한 한국인의 정신, 그것을 바탕으로 해가지고 작품을 만들고 싶어요. 그래서 네, 작품의 주된 내용은
뭐 어떤 경로로 이제 이런 공모가 있다라는 걸 알게 되시고 또 이렇게 작품 출마하시게 되셨나요?
이렇게 공공아트 자체는 알게 된 거는 한 8년, 9년 전인데 저희가 결혼하고 나서 저 작은 스튜디오에서 이제 작업을 하고 있는데 건축하는 친구가 큰 공모전들이 있는데 작게 해가지고 크게 만들 수 있는 그런 기회가 있으니까 한번 지원해보지 않겠냐 이렇게 제안을 해줬어요. 근데 뉴욕에서 이제 제가 작품을 하고 있는데 제일 처음에 알게 됐던 게 First Sample Art Program이라고 정부의 하나의 도시의 일환인데 정부 건물이 올라갈 때마다 1%를 남겨서 이제 아트를 지원을 해주는 그런 프로그램이 있었어요, 뉴욕에. 그리고 지금도 계속 진행이 되고 있고, 그래서 거기에 제가 제출을 하면서 당선이 되고, 그래서 뉴욕에 있는 엘리멘터리 스쿨에 제가 작품을 넣게 돼가지고 그 기회가 돼서 이제 계속 공모도 하고, 근데 많이는 안 했는데 그거 다음에 또 그 다음 암센터에, 네브라스카의 암센터에 또 작품이 들어가게 됐어요. 그래서 그 이후에 이제 이게 세 번째 작품인 거예요.
그럼 여기 실제 나와 있는 저 작품 같은 경우에는 이제 크게 완성이 될 예정인 거에 대한 좀 작은 버전을 미리 출마할 때 만드시는?
네. 그래서 처음에 출마를 할 때는 여러 가지 작품들을 제가 작품하고 있는 그런 여러 가지 작품 한 10점에서 한 20점 정도를 다 보내드리고, 그런 다음에 제가 파이널리스트 3명 중에 1명으로 이번에 당선이 됐는데, 그때 이제 나가서 프레젠테이션을 해요. 프레젠테이션을 할 때 이제 작은 샘플들을 만들어서 제가 어떤 프로세스를 쓰는지 아니면 어떤 색깔을 쓰는지 재료를 쓰는지를 다 한꺼번에 보여드리면서 발표를 하게 돼요.
처음에 선정되셨을 때 소감이라든지 어떤 기분이셨는지?
선정됐을 때 너무너무 기쁘고 너무 감격스러워서 항상 특히 이런 큰 공공아트 작품들 같은 경우는 저만 보는 것도 아니고 그 작은 커뮤니티만 보는 게 아니라 되게 많은 사람들이 왔다 갔다 하면서 계속 알게 모르게 보게 되는 그런 작품이잖아요. 그래서 너무너무 감사하고 너무너무 기뻐요.
혹시 LA에서 활동하실 계획은 없으신가요?
LA에서도 기회가 된다면 작품 활동을 하고 싶습니다.
마지막에 들어보니까 워크숍 하실 계획이 있으시다고 하셨는데
네.
그거와 관련해서
네. 이제 공공아트를 하다 보면 이 공공아트가 이 커뮤니티에 대해서 많이 커뮤니티를 리플렉트 해가지고 만들어내는 작품이잖아요. 그래서 이 작품 같은 경우는 Department of Mental Health 정신건강국 헤드쿼터에 들어가게 되는 거여서 제가 생각했던 커뮤니티 일환 중에 하나의 프로그램은 제가 사용하는 여러 제스처를 써서, 그리고 제가 할 때마다 되게 굉장히 영어를 자꾸 섞어서 죄송한데요. 메디테이션 한다는 그런 기분으로, 명상하는 기분으로 제가 작품을 계속 만들어 나가고 있어요. 그래서 그런 명상하는 그런 느낌의 제스처들, 그런 것들을 다 모아서 제가 아트 클래스를 여러 그룹한테 이제 만들어낼 생각이에요. 같이 함께 작업도 하고. 그래서 그거는 이제 Department of Mental Health 안에서도 제일 첫 번째로 시작할 그곳은 San Pedro Mental Health Clinic, 거기에 아트 그룹이 따로 있어요. 그래서 그 아트 그룹이 함께 모여서 우리가 이제 여러 작품을 만들어낼 거예요.
마지막으로 이제 한인 분들께 이제 좀 이렇게 희망에 담기는 뭐 예를 들어서 예술을 공부하시는 분들이라든지 그런 분들께 한 말씀 부탁드릴게요.
예술이 굉장히 멀고 힘들게 느껴지고 어렵지만, 그리고 앞이 안 보이는 그런 길인데, 그래도 열심히 한 곳을 잡고 한 주제를 놓고 열심히 이렇게 나아가다 보면 정말 이렇게 알맞는 곳도 나오고 또 여러 사람들이 좋아하는 그런 프로젝트도 오게 되는 것 같아요. 그래서 희망을 잃지 않고 열심히 꿋꿋하게 하다 보면 자기의 스타일을 고집하면서 계속 나아가다 보면 좋은 일이 있을 거라고 믿습니다.
감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Yes, right here.